Hello students, I am Snehal Hegiste, Associate Professor in English. Last time we discussed how to write particularly informal emails. We have discussed that there are two types of the emails. While discussing e-communication, first part we are discussing how to frame emails. And we have discussed that there are two types of the emails, formal emails and informal emails. Last time we discussed how to frame informal emails. While discussing informal emails, we find that the language that is used for informal emails is very soft one. It is not official, it is friendly because we communicate with our friends, our relatives, our family members. And we also discussed that informal emails are written to friends, relatives, colleagues, dealing with informal subject matters. The subject matters are not formal, they are not official, but they are informal. And we have discussed two examples that are given in the textbook. One is invitation, inviting a friend to the birthday party, and for that email you are responding, you are not able to attend that particular birthday party, and you have sent email refusing the invitation. So you can send informal emails. There are other subjects particularly for informal emails: congratulating someone, inquiring about health, sending greetings, etc. So the language used in the emails, in the above emails, is very important here. You have to study the language. People often make use of abbreviations. Abbreviations means what? Abbreviations means short forms. So in these informal emails, we have noticed that we use short forms like BD. What is BD? BD stands for contextual meaning there. BD means their birthday. CU, C capital, U capital. It is a short form of CU. U, this alphabet capital is used for YOU. BTW, BTW, by the way means here BTW. Then WB, W with best wishes. B4, B is capital letter and 4 is a number. It stands for before, BEFORE. So keep in mind what we have noticed here. We are not particularly strictly following grammar, or grammatical correctness is not strictly observed in informal emails, and the style of informal emails is generally friendly. With the use of emotive words uh, and short forms, we frame informal emails. So you should not bother about uh, grammar or correctness of grammatical correctness. But on the other hand, when you are after completing your graduation, you are working in a world of business, in the bank or in a factory or in any office. At that time you have to form formal emails. And for business correspondence, when you send when you send when you send emails, you should be careful about the language, construction of language, spellings, that should be noticed properly. For business correspondence, you have to write formal emails. So what type of these emails, what are the particularly situations where you have to write formal emails? Formal emails can be drafted to the colleges, banks, administrative offices, bookshops, hotels, for booking rooms, corporation, etc. So when you are in society, which fields are given here? College. College is a educational institute, so you have to follow rules and regulations, manners and etiquettes here. College, bank, administrative office, bookshops, hotel for booking rooms, etc. Okay. So last time we discussed when we have drafted informal emails, at that time salutation and complimentary close. Salutation means what? Beginning of your email, dear sir, etc. And complimentary clause means ending of your email. As we have already discussed, should have formal tone. So instead of friendly atmosphere, you should be here strict. You should follow certain rules. Formal tone like hello sir, respected Mr. Jones, yours faithfully, etc. So notice the important things here. Accuracy and grammatical correctness should be observed. So you should not write abbreviations like BD for birthday, CU for see you. No. You should be here accurate, and grammatical correctness should be observed properly. Care should be taken of punctuation marks. Punctuation marks means full stop, comma, question mark, or sentence beginning with capital letter, ending with full stop. You should observe all these things, even passive constructions, etc. Here you have to use formal salutations and state your requirement precisely. There are various types of formal emails, and examples are given in your notebook. Uh, so first example here, you should study request for something. So your email begins with from, means you are sender. You have to write your email ID here. Sagar Gaikwad. All letters are small. Sagar Gaikwad @redipmail.com. From, okay. You are sender. Okay. This particular, what is the subject line, or this email is written for requesting something. Okay. So it is addressed to Jayavant College 10 @gmail.com. So who is the receiver of your mail? Jayavant College 10 @gmail.com. Then subject line. Last time we discussed, when we discussed informal emails. What is the subject line here? Request for bona fide certificate. You want here bona fide certificate, and you are requesting to your college, and you are framing this email. So how you begin? You begin with respected sir. Keep in mind, all these particular lines are, there are no paragraph markings, that we leave certain space for paragraph, but at the left side we have written all these important titles: from, to, subject, respected sir, and your main body of the email. So you are introducing yourself. I am Sagar Gaikwad. So you are a student from Jayavant College. You are studying in which class? BA Part 3. I am Sagar Gaikwad, studying in BA Part 3 in your college, sir. So you are using polite, soft language, official language. You started your salutation with respected sir. Instead of dear, you have here used formal language. I have applied for a job, so I need bona fide certificate. After completing your graduation, actually before that, you have applied, probably you have given your exam. Okay, I have applied for a job, so I need bona fide certificate. I request you to issue me the certificate. Could you please intimate me when shall I come to college office to collect the certificate? So this is a very soft request. You are requesting your college that you want bona fide certificate. How this main body of the formal email is drafted? First of all, you have introduced yourself. Your full name is given, Sagar Gaikwad. Okay, you are studying in BA Part 3 and you require bona fide certificate for application of job. Okay, then you request. So you have to use very polite language. You want bona fide certificate. I request you to issue me certificate. Could you please इंटिमेट म्हणजे आधी माहिती करून देणे, सूचना देणे. इंटिमेट मी व्हेन शाल आय कम टू द कॉलेज, टू कॉलेज ऑफिस टू कलेक्ट द सर्टिफिकेट. ठीक आहे, एक्झॅक्टली मला हे माझं बोनाफाईड कधी मिळेल ह्याची तुम्ही मला माहिती देऊ शकता का? तुम्ही अत्यंत पोलाइटपणे विचारलेलं आहे. कुड हे मॉडल ऑक्झिलरी आहे. कुड शोज व्हेरी माइल्ड और पोलाइट रिक्वेस्ट. I will be grateful to you if you provide me the certificate in time. What is important for you? It is time. Time is very important. In time you have to receive certificate because you have applied for job. Thanking you. आता हे बघा, आपण नेहमी हा जो सॅल्युटेशन कन्क्लुडिंग आहे ते उजव्या बाजूच्या कोपऱ्यात लिहित असतो, परंतु ईमेलमध्ये सगळ्या गोष्टी आपण डाव्या बाजूला घेतलेल्या आहेत. थँकिंग यू, yours faithfully, Sagar Gaikwad, BA Part 3. So very simple language is used in minimum words and in simple structures. This formal email is formed. So in exam, they will ask you to frame such a type of the emails. So you have to study these emails, these examples from your textbook. Okay, this particular request for something is a formal email and it is a good example. You should study it carefully. How sentences are framed, the language of these sentences, polite. Okay, very polite, and they are very we have framed very short sentences. Simple language is used here. So this is the first good example that is discussed in your textbook. Request for something. When you are requesting, how to use that language, how to frame the sentences. So study, read it again and again.